Journalists and academics from around the world have gathered here in Istanbul for the Palestinian International Forum for Media and Communication. It's a two-day event, but the topic of candid conversation is Palestine.
The focus on this year's edition of this forum is to give people timely information on this new era of Palestine.
2025 marks its fourth annual edition. And on the same weekend, a historic ceasefire between Hamas and Israel is supposed to come into effect. There are no prizes for guessing the top topic of the talks.
What makes me very pessimistic is that the Western world, still to this day, they haven't imposed any sanctions, not even a threat of a sanction. And now, when the ceasefire was announced, there comes congratulations from all over countries who still haven't done anything, only talking. I'm very afraid that I think still it's probably the United States who has the key to it all.
Chatter of the coming of a second Trump presidency ricochets off the wall, landing at the feet of some optimism.
So if he wants a legacy, he can be the president who made peace in the Middle East. He can be the biggest president in all history.
In separating Africa's own decolonization.
Africa is also represented at the forum. A session on the Palestinian narrative in global media features Nigerian broadcaster Ireti Bakare Yusuf, who believes Nigeria has a responsibility to keep its people aptly informed on the happenings in the Middle East.
We still have a large proportion of Nigerian Christian Zionists, the majority of whom do not know the history. Sadly, the Nigerian media, a large proportion of them, still think this is a religious war. They still haven't bothered to read. Yet these are the people who are supposed to be educating the nation. So where do you go from there? So for me, it's important for me to make this speech, and hopefully it'll go out, to remind them, because if we Nigerians, Africans, we can't connect with the Palestinian struggle, then who exactly do we connect with? Really? What is our history all about, right? So we need to wake up. Nigeria took the forefront when it came to fighting apartheid for South Africa. Whilst, yes, our foreign policy right now is unaligned, and that's good, that's great, but we can still be that giant, we can still be that voice, we can extend our agency to the Palestinians, because everybody deserves to be free.
For Palestine, that freedom has been elusive at best, but is it now within reach?
2025 edition of the Palestinian International Forum for Media and Communication comes to an end with a session highlighting the strategic directions for Palestine's new era. Now, perhaps more than ever, is the time for focus if there is to be, at long last, peace in the Middle East. Adefemi Akisoya, Arise News, Istanbul.